timeout, then we'll be ready to rock and roll.
We might have to go through stretching again. We've been out there for a while. All right, Red Hat's going to get off the field with his walking clock, and we're ready to go. 1st and 10 at the 20. We got Bowers and Fitzpatrick, the tight ends, Mitchell and Burton, the receivers, and Cook in the backfield with Bennett, who's in the shotgun. 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Dogs. Snap back to Bennett, hand off to Cook. Angles right, cuts back, middle of the field, 25. Breaks free at the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Got to beat 2 or 3 guys. Can he do it down to the 20, 15, 14, 13? Dragged down from behind. James Cook all the way down into the Alabama red zone with a huge run and no flags.
Boy, huge block right there by Broderick Jones as well. Getting out in front of it. It was just a counter tray. We pulled 2 big offensive linemen. It was Schaefer and Jones were the guys that pulled and just sealed it wide open for James Cook.
77 yards on the Cook run, a big scan of energy first down. He broke the tackle of Kool-Aid, and Battle finally swiped him down, chasing him down to save a touchdown at the Alabama 13. Dogs are in the Massey Ferguson red zone, 1st and 10, down by 3, late 3rd quarter. They run a man in motion to the right. Bennett's going to keep it and run. Sheds a tackler at the 14. They hit him at the 10 and pile on. Did the ball come out there, or was that just bodies tumbling behind the tackle?
Ball came out, but I think Stetson was already on the ground when they ripped it out, but 2 Dogs sitting there ready to make the play anyway.
Stetson's run gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He picked up 4, and it's going to be 2nd down and 6. It's a 67-yard run by Cook, not 77, my mistake. Dogs with a 2nd down coming up, trailing by 3. Less than 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Bennett under center, fakes the pass, turns around, hands it off to Big Mac. Big hole, right tackle, and McIntosh hits it. They may have grabbed his face mask. Flags fly everywhere as Kenny McIntosh tackled at the 3.
Boy, nifty little play design there. You fake the bubble screen outside, then just an inside trap to Kenny McIntosh, and now the Georgia offensive line starting to take this thing over a little bit.
Defense, number 48. Half the distance to the goal from the end of the run. 1st down.
It's the biggest ovation you'll hear for a 1.5-yard penalty.
Boy, every
1.5. Goal to go right there, 1st down at the 1.5.
Every yard is just absolutely critical right now.
We got the jumbo package on the field, folks. Jordan Davis, Darnell Washington, Jalen Carter, all in the ball game. Goal to go for the Dogs. Break the huddle quickly. I formation. Bennett going to hand it off to Zamir. He drives it behind those big, massive bodies. Touchdown, Georgia! The Dogs take the lead.
Boy, huge surge by all those big bodies. And I think Stetson Bennett bobbled that snap, fortunate to get it and turn around and somehow got it to Zeus.
Well, that's going to line them up. We block a field goal on the other end and then take it down the other way and punch it in the end zone. First team to do that tonight. Dogs lead it 12-9. Here's the extra point try by Jack Podlesny. For a 4-point lead. We haven't had one of those tonight. The kick is up and good. Jack Pod's kick makes it 13-9 with 1:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. A 1-yard touchdown run by Zamir White caps a 4-play, 80-yard drive, thanks in part to a 67-yard jaunt by James Cook to set up the scoring play. Took 1:58 on the clock to do it for the Dogs to take the lead. That's your Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered.
Boy, just a massive block there on that touchdown run by Jalen Carter. The big O, Darnell Washington, a big block as well, and a good hard run by Zeus. My heart jumped up into my throat for a second there when I saw the bobble of the snap, though. Nothing's easy.
Zamir White with his 11th rushing touchdown of the season for Georgia. But again, James Cook with that long run set it up. And now we'll kick it off with a 4-point lead. But you know this is not over. We've had a lead on these guys plenty of times. 1:20 to go in the 3rd, then we've got 15 more to go after that. Here's the kick from Jake Camarda. Going to sail deep into the back of the end zone and bounce over the end line for the touchback. Alabama will have it at the 25.
Bryce Young now 22 out of 36 on the afternoon, 239 yards. No touchdowns, does have the one interception. Stetson Bennett, 13 out of 22, 141 yards. No touchdowns, no picks.
You like that part of it, no picks. Alabama has the only turnover of the ball game on the interception, but Georgia could not cash in for points in this half. Alabama 1st and 10 on the 25. Young back in the shotgun. They trail now. We'll see how their offense reacts. Throw it out to the left side. We hit at the 30 as the pass is caught by Holden at the 31. Keely Ringo got a chest full of helmet, I think, when he tried to make the tackle. And then he kind of fell away from the play, and Holden was knocked off balance, or else he had some running room, and he fell down at the 31.
Yeah, just a quick hitch on the outside. Ringo playing a little bit off. Now he's up and pressed. Dogs showing cover 2.
That was a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4 for the Tide on their own 31-yard line. Robinson in the backfield with Young. He'll give him the football. Robinson will angle to the left at left tackle and go to the turf at the 32 or 3. Nolan Smith hanging on to the big running back and dragging him down at the 32-yard line, a 1-yard pickup. And Alabama's got a 3rd down coming up here with 26 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Bama again in 3rd and short. Boy, how great would it be here for the Dogs to get a stop and get them off the field.
6 of 13 on 3rd downs. They're looking at 3rd down and about 3 here from their own 32. Snap back to Young. He's backpedaling. Pressure coming on in the pocket. He fires, gets the ball off, and it's caught at the Georgia 41. Holden coming back to the football on the near sideline. Made the grab. Tackled by Ringo right in front of our bench. But up to the 41-yard line, excuse me. And that's the last play of the quarter. But Alabama picks up a 1st down, and somebody's got a player injured.
Yeah, and we do. I think it's Devontae Wyatt is back on the 21 or 22-yard line. He's got a couple of trainers behind him.
They're taking a look at it, and we'll go into the timeout. Georgia with a lead, 13-9 on Alabama as we go to the 4th quarter. Our second half tonight brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Visit oneffc.com to learn more. Back in a moment, Bulldog Sports Network.
This football season,
Honey, was it a fire or a flood?
More of a fire.
A fire.
Yes, ma'am. My extra large Mount Vesuvius pizza set off the
And the Bulldogs took the lead, blocked a field goal in the 3rd quarter. Jalen Carter blocked a 48-yard try by Will Reichard. And then Georgia turned that around and went 80 yards in 4 plays. Zamir White scoring from 1 yard out. James Cook with a 67-yard run on the drive. Alabama 1st and 10 to start the 4th quarter on their own 42. They'll move to our left here in the final 15 minutes of the season. Split backfield. They snap it back to Young. He dumps it off over the line, caught at the 45. And that is Slade Bolden. We hit him at the 49 with Robert Beal, the linebacker, senior from Duluth. Up to the 49, he got 7 yards.
Another angle route by Bolden out of the backfield. Just quick passing game. Get the ball out of his hands.
Here's Robinson with a handoff. Another lineman loses his helmet. Now a flag down as Robinson gets hit. Crossing the 50 at the
Personal
Georgia
foul.
48.
Illegal hands to the face defense. Number 33, 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the end of the run. 1st down. The players whose helmet came off may remain in the game.
It was a right tackle, Chris Owens, who had his helmet knocked off. I don't know if it was ripped off. We'll look at a replay and see what that looks like. But they called the flag on Beal. And another 15-yard penalty. That's our 9th penalty of the game. It's still, we only had 2 in this half, but they're certainly untimely.
Boy, even now, I know his helmet came off, but it wasn't like his hand was up there in it. It was just in the middle of a hand fight.
Ball in the Georgia 33 for Alabama. 1st and 10. Deep ball, Young going towards the end zone. Caught at the 7 and out of bounds is Hall. Christopher Smith was the defensive back in coverage for Georgia, and Hall's out of bounds at the 5. 28 yards on the pass replay.
Dogs came with pressure, couldn't get there. We were man-to-man across the board and get a receiver on our free safety, strong safety, not what you want.
Georgia or Alabama ready to go. Young will throw it into the end zone, under the goalpost, and incomplete. Ringo breaks it up away from Hall, the intended receiver. Take a look at a replay. It may have hit him in the hands, some portion of his hands, and Ringo had a hand up in there as well to kind of swipe it down. Incomplete from the 5. It'll be 2nd and goal for Alabama from that spot.
Yeah, great job there by Ringo. Right on the hip of the Alabama receiver, able to punch his hand up through the intended receiver's hands and knock that football away.
Georgia hanging on to a 4-point lead right now, but Alabama threatening. 13-9 is our score. Crimson Tide looks confused. Play clock down to 4. Bryce Young now wants to snap it. They snap it right on the 0 as the clock ticks down. Hand it off to Robinson. He runs on an angle to the left, tries to get outside the numbers, and he does that, but tackled down around the 3 by Lewis Seen and Quay Walker.
Boy, you don't see that very often, the confusion on Alabama's front. Unsure about what they wanted to go do, barely get that snap off, and the Dogs snuff it out.
They got 2 yards. Seen hit Robinson on the 5, but again, he's so powerful, he was able to drive for 2 more yards. 3rd and goal from the 3 for Alabama. Left end of the field here from our vantage point. Bolden in motion slowly to the right. Now he stops and joins a group formation at the end of the line of scrimmage. Snap back to Young. Looks to the right, looks. Pressure coming on, throws it into the end zone. Missed his target just barely. Trayshawn Holden was running a crossing route on the back line of the end zone from left to right. And the ball lands about 2 yards in front of him. Skips through the end zone, incomplete. And here comes the Alabama field goal unit once again.
Boy, credit the pressure right there from the Dogs. We brought 2 linebackers right through the B gap. It was Quay Walker that made contact with Bryce Young and forced that throw to get out of his hands sooner than he wanted to.
Will Reichert on to try for his 5th field goal try of the game. He's made 3, had 1 block. This one from 21 yards near hash, kicking to the left. The kick is away, and it's right through the uprights. Good. So Alabama closes the gap. It's a 1-point game, 12:59 remaining in the national championship here in Indianapolis. Georgia 13, Alabama 12. Our second half brought to you tonight by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 19...
Can I get a hamburger? Look at mine. Small fries and a vanilla shake.
And 1 Big Mac. Thanks.
You've been loyal. We want to reward that. Introducing My McDonald's Rewards. Now every order earns points redeemable for free McDonald's.
Honey, was it a fire or a flood?
More of a fire.
A fire.
Yes, ma'am. My extra large Mount Vesuvius pizza set off the sprinklers.
A pizza caused this?
Actually, a historical reenactment pizza.
A historical what?
Volcano-shaped poblano pepper pizza set ablaze while I sing opera. It's epic.
When a little flame turns into an epic inferno, give us a call.
Don't cry, Tony. It's okay.
Alpha Insurance, rated 94% claim satisfaction. Are you covered?
Your heart is electric. So is this Nissan. And from the bold exterior to the serene interior, it'll make your heart beat even faster.
It's the most exciting week in sports, and Electronic Express has what you need to make the game bigger than ever. Bring the stadium to you with the best in-home entertainment from Samsung, LG, Sony, Hisense, TCL, and more. Watching the game on the go? Save big on laptops, tablets, and headphones. Plus, we have all your appliance needs up to 50% off, and get up to 36 months free financing. Everything you need in stock and ready to deliver at Electronic Express. We make it happen.
Verizon is going ultra, and so is our best unlimited plan ever, with 5G ultra wideband now in many more cities and up to 10 times the speed at no extra cost. And how about a 5G phone to go with it? On us.
Seriously?
Yep, it's our best plan ever. Verizon is going ultra, so you can too.
What makes Febreze air effects different? While cheaper aerosols rely on artificial repellents, Febreze uses a 100% natural propellant. Check it out. Pressure created by what's in your air makes the bottle spray, which means freshness everyone will love. Febreze.
getting your favorite restaurants delivered to your door just got better. Introducing the Grubhub Guarantee. It's our promise to deliver the food you love on time.
Back in the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here in Indianapolis, Georgia 13, Alabama 12. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station ID on the Bulldog Sports Network. Alabama's junior kicker from Hoover, Alabama, Will Reichert, prepared to kick it away. Just connected on his fourth field goal of the ball game. Here's his kick to our left. A little bit lower, looked like a sidewinder from way up high as we are, and that one will spin into the end zone in the air. And Kenny Mack will take a touchback. Dogs ball at the 25 when they snap it again. So Alabama goes 72 yards in 10 plays in 3 minutes and 21 seconds. And they connect on a 21-yard Reichert field goal. That's your Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Bama's been in the red zone 3 times tonight. No touchdowns, 3 field goals. You got to like that from our defense.
Absolutely. Defense continues just to play lights out against a dynamic Alabama offense.
From the 25, we'll hand it off. Straight up the gut is Zeus. And Zamir working on the far hash, moving north and south. Hit at the 30-yard line, or just short of it. He got about 4 3/4 yards on that run. And it'll be second down at 6. Or along 5, actually, for Georgia.
Sorry, Scott. Dogs right now starting to find a little bit of room here in the running game. First half and much of the third quarter, nothing at all. Now, starting to see a few holes.
To'o made the tackle. Here's Cook. And they run a reverse, and they pitch it back to McConkey, and Alabama was all over it. That play was sloppy from the outset as Stetson Bennett was almost being hit as he was releasing the football to Cook, and then Cook going left pitched it back to McConkey coming this way, and they hit Ladd behind the line of scrimmage and dropped him for about a 3-yard loss back at the 27.
Will Anderson's get off there was unbelievable. Almost disrupted the initial handoff, like you said, Scott. And then there was penetration by a couple of other Alabama defenders, too. There's 0 that can be done.
Now it's 3rd and 8 for Georgia. 11:45 to go in the game. Georgia leads by 1, 13-12. Snap back to Bennett. Being chased out of the pocket, rolling to the near side. They'll sackle him as he throws. And the ball out of his hands is going to bounce at the 15-yard line and go out of bounds. Now, is that going to be another intentional grounding from this ACC crew?
Well, I tell you, if they call intentional grounding on that one and they didn't on
They're talking about it. Look at it.
They are.
Rolling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Alabama.
Holy smokes. Well, from up here, clearly his arm was in motion. We'll take a look at it and see if the ball slips out of his hands. I mean, it wasn't hit by the Alabama defender. It was not hit by Christian Harris, who made the tackle. We're looking at the replay. How was that a fumble?
His arm was clearly
Rolling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. If it is determined that it is a forward pass, there is no receiver in the area, and we will have a foul for intentional grounding.
Tell you.
The previous play is under further review.
These guys are unbelievable. Wow. All right. The play is under review, brought to you by Pruitt Health, where family makes us stronger, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Bennett was rolling to his right out of the pocket. Harris was making the tackle, and Stetson was throwing the football to the near sideline. There was no one in the vicinity. That is correct. It did not appear to be a fumble. That's how this ACC crew is ruling it on the field. It was clearly a forward pass, but the ball was coming loose in his hands as we look at the replay. When he was throwing it, he had a forward arm motion, and the ball went forward. I don't know how far it went yardage-wise. It went forward about 5 or 6 yards from around the 7 or 8 to near the 15, where it landed incomplete.
Well, even if they rule that a fumble, I'd be shocked if they ruled it a fumble. And then how they call that intentional grounding when you're getting hit in you're throwing the football.
He's outside of the tackle box.
Absolutely. Well, they're going to say it didn't get to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, gotcha.
But you're still getting hit, and that's impacting the throw. I mean, that happens a ton.
So they're reviewing the play on the far side of the field. On the Alabama sideline is where the video monitor is, and referee Dwayne Haight, who's got the headphones on, and the video review monitor, or the review is going on in a booth, I would imagine. I'm not sure of another location, some centralized location like the SEC does in Birmingham. Maybe they're doing that tonight. It's two SEC teams battling for the national title. So a key moment here in the ballgame. In the fourth quarter, with Georgia leading by a point, they have ruled a fumble in favor of Alabama, but they're looking at the play on review. And either way, the referee has already told us, even if it's not a fumble, it's going to be grounding on Georgia, so they've got a penalty coming. Either they're penalized and it's a loss of down, or they're going to lose the football altogether.
Boy, either way, unless they go back and they get it right from the booth, then it's neither one of these things.
I don't believe that's going to be one of the options, unfortunately. I mean, there was already a questionable grounding call against Georgia earlier in the ballgame. They're still taking a look at it. And a long time, maybe there's a lot of moving parts to this particular play.
Well, they're going to have to see where the clock was, if it was indeed ruled an incomplete pass, and then obviously they've got to assess the penalty as well, but just horrendous. I mean, some of the knick-knack calls that they've had, the big return that we had on where we had a holding penalty, that was questionable.
I'm going to guess that they're looking at placement of the football. I don't think it's going to be a fumble for Alabama. Here's the
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Alabama football at the 16-yard line.
Wow.
That is.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
It's one of the worst calls I think I have ever seen.
Holy smokes.
Unbelievable. Fans are now throwing debris onto the field. That needs to stop immediately.
It was coming from the corner to our left, in behind the end zone. Now there's a bunch of security personnel over there doing a lot of finger pointing and picking up bottles and trash and putting it up against the wall. All right, well, you got to overcome a lot of things to win a national championship, don't you?
You do.
Alabama's got the ball, 1st and 10 on the Georgia 16-yard line now. That was unexpected. It's a 1-point lead for the Dogs with 11:35 to go in the game. Alabama will run it with Robinson. Defense is back out there. Robinson runs to the left and cuts up at the 15 and tackled by Wyatt and Smith for Georgia. Dragged down at about the 12 and a half. So Robinson's gain was close to 4, I guess. That's what they'll give him. It's 2nd down and 6 at the 12-yard line. Questionable fumble reviewed and upheld because they said the play stands. Not confirmed. Bryce Young will throw it into the end zone, front left corner, going out the side of the end zone. The pass is caught but out of bounds and incomplete. And that was Holden who caught the ball, but he was out of bounds, and it's a flag down at the 20.
Rough on the passer. Defense, 95. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic. First down.
It's getting comical right now. We need to go back and watch this on replay, but
yeah, we'll look at a replay there. 10 penalties. Wyatt hit him.
Yeah, hit him in the face. That was a good call.
And had a hand on his face mask. Didn't pull it, but hit him with his right hand on the face mask and the left hand on the shoulder pad. Didn't tackle him, just pushed him back a little bit, but 10th penalty on Georgia. 70 yards in penalties tonight. Handoff, Robinson. cuts at the 6, in between the hash marks. We tackle him at the 3. Lewis Seen and Quay Walker, our safety from Cedar Hill, Texas, and Walker, a senior from Cordele, Georgia. Alabama's been in the red zone now 4 times in the ballgame, and they have 3 field goals in those 4 trips. They're trying for their first touchdown of the game. And in some ways, it's being gift wrapped.
Yeah, in more ways than one. Handed the football right in the red zone. See if the Dogs can find a way to hunker down again.
Snap back to Young, play fake, quick throw to the left side, and was that pass batted? Over the left side, yes, Seen got a hand on it, and it just kind of fluttered to the left, never got to its target. Wanted to go to Cameron Latu, the tight end, but it never got there. It's an incomplete ball, and it's 3rd and goal from the 3 for Alabama.
Great job there by Lewis Seen coming in on pressure. Safety blitz, knew he wasn't going to get there, able to stop him.
Yeah, Seen jumped high in the air, got 2 hands on it, Z. Good play by the safety. Alabama with a 3rd down, 7 of 15 on 3rd down in the ballgame. Snap back to Young, he's looking right, he's being chased, rolls out of the pocket, throws back across his body, down on one knee, a yard deep in the end zone. The pass is caught for a touchdown. That's Latu, the tight end, and Alabama back in front with 10:14 to go in the quarter.
For Dogs in on pressure, elusiveness there by Bryce Young to get out, and Latu just wide open right in the middle of the field. And Alabama here will go for 2.
They lead at 18-13. They'll try to go up by 7 if they convert the 2-pointer. Alabama wants the ball on the near hash. We've got 4 receivers coming out to the short side, and that's the near side. 1 receiver to the right. They'll go with an empty set for the 2-point conversion and a 7-point lead. Snap to Young. Rolls to the right. Being chased by Nolan Smith. Still chasing. Young's just going to eat it, and we'll tackle him back at the 6. Young ran out of space and ran out of speed as Nolan Smith tracks him down to save the 2-point conversion. Score remains 18-13. Alabama in front again, this time by 5. 10:14 to go in the game in the national championship. Timeout here in Indianapolis. Our second half brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Go see the friendly Franklin folks at one of their convenient Georgia locations. Back after this, Bulldog Sports Network.
My crusade for the perfect pizza crust.
So if my parents serve,
You'd be eligible for USAA.
grandparents,
As long as your parents joined.
What about if I can do this?
USAA, only for the military community.
Can I get a hamburger? Nugget kind. Small fries and a vanilla shake.
And 1 Big Mac. Thanks.
You've been loyal. We want to reward that. Introducing My McDonald's Rewards. Now every order earns points redeemable for free McDonald's.
You are an electric vehicle. Electricity powers your heart. Want to feel your heartbeat faster? Drive an electric car, made by a company whose EVs have gone 5 billion miles. For every highway, every driveway, and every speedway. And where the loudest sound is the beat of your electric heart. This is the new Nissan.
It's the most exciting week in sports, and Electronic Express has what you need to make the game bigger than ever. Bring the stadium to you with the best in-home entertainment from Samsung, LG, Sony, Hisense, TCL, and more. Watching the game on the go? Save big on laptops, tablets, and headphones. Plus, we have all your appliance needs up to 50% off, and get up to 36 months free financing. Everything you need in stock and ready to deliver at Electronic Express. We make it happen.
Verizon is going ultra, and so is our best unlimited plan ever. With 5G ultra wideband now in many more cities and up to 10 times the speed at no extra cost. And how about a 5G phone to go with it? On us.
Seriously?
Yep, it's our best plan ever. Verizon is going ultra, so you can too.
Great razors get borrowed. Right now, get a 6-blade razor set for only $10 in stores and online.
inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. Let's go down to the Cooks Pest Control sidelines and DJ Shockley. Shock.
Hey Z, I don't know if you see it the way I see it, but the last two series when we got into 13 personnel with our 3 tight ends and go counters and go straight, that's when the run game started to get it going. So expect some more of that. I expect on this series because the run game was working critical on the last 2 drives.
Yeah, completely agree, Shock, especially with the big upfield rush that these outside linebackers and defensive ends from Alabama are giving us. They're opening up natural holes that allow us to get those big offensive linemen up to the second level and create some creases.
Reichert in Alabama getting ready to kick it off. Got a lot of help on that last touchdown. A controversial fumble call that stood because it was the call on the field, not that it actually was. And the video evidence in some people's minds didn't overturn it. Here's the kick by Reichert. Will be caught in the end zone by Kenny McIntosh. He'll take a knee for the touchback. We'll have it at the 25. So Alabama got the ball on the 16. 4 plays later, they're in the end zone. 3-yard touchdown pass, Young to Latu to give Alabama the lead. They failed on the 2-point conversion. That's your Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Dogs have to answer back now. A lot of time remaining, 10-14 to go in the game. And Georgia will start 1st and 10 at the 25.
Yeah, no need to panic. Stay right in your offense. Want to go answer, though, put together a drive.
Zamir White, the deep back. The lone setback as Bennett goes under center this time. Play fake. Stetson sets up the throw. All kinds of time. Wide open in the left side of the field is Jermaine Burton. He catches the long throw at the 42.5, the 43. That was a throw way across the field by Stetson Bennett, and Burton was open, and Stetson hit him right on the target. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line, and that'll be an 18-yard pickup and a Scana Energy first down for the Dogs up to our own 43.
Boy, a super long throw from the right hash. Burton ran a deep out. All the way across the field. Good strong throw there by Stetson.
1st and 10 Dogs. Play fake again to White. Bootleg Stetson Bennett.
Oh my
throw a
goodness.
deep ball. They tackled Jermaine Burton. Here come 3 flags out everywhere because Kyrie Jackson was beaten as
Pass interference. Defense. Number 6. 15-yard penalty. First down.
I think Jermaine Burton, he was going to give him a double move and he was going to be open as that ball sailed over everybody's head. So Jackson just tackled. He just tackled Burton around the 30-yard line, and pass interference is the call.
Well, it was a smart play by Jackson because he was beat.
Yes.
For sure, and that was going to be 6 points.
So they got 15 yards on the penalty up to the Alabama 42-yard line now. Down 18-13. Tide leading the Dogs, 9:33 to go in the game. Bennett in the shotgun. Play fake. Rolls to his right a few steps, throws back across the other way, and the pass is bobbled and then caught by Kenny McIntosh. Boy, he was juggling that thing all over the place. Right at the first down marker. Tackled at the 32, maybe the 31. Let's see where they spot it down. At the 32. Tackled by Branch, one of the secondary men for Alabama. It's a first down for the Dogs, though. The gain was 10.
Boy, good job there by Kenny McIntosh coming back for that football. Alabama read that. I don't think Stetson saw the Alabama